Okay, so here is the deal. The OPPO Reno 16 just dropped, and honestly, I was not expecting to be this impressed. Like every year OPPO comes out with the Reno series, and every year people kind of sleep on the base model because all the attention goes to the Pro. And I get it, I really do. The Pro is flashy and powerful and gets all the headlines. But today we are talking about the standard Reno 16, and I want to make the case that this phone right here might actually be the smarter buy for most people. We are going deep on this one. The display, the cameras, the battery, the chip, the software, all of it. So buckle up because we have a lot to get through. If you are new here, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button right now and tap the like button while you are at it. It takes 2 seconds and it genuinely helps this channel grow so we can keep bringing you honest, no fluff tech content. Okay, now back to this phone. So let us start with what you are actually holding in your hand because this matters more than people admit. The Reno 16 base model comes in at 7.7 millimeters thin and around 205 grams. It has a metal mid-frame, glass back, and honestly it feels premium in the hand. Not cheap, not plasticky, not like a budget phone pretending to be something else. It actually feels solid. The finish on the midnight black variant is especially clean, very understated, very sleek. And OPPO is going with IP68 and IP69 ratings here, which is just wild for this price segment. IP69 is the kind of rating you find on industrial equipment and some flagship phones, and OPPO just casually drops it on a mid-range device. That is a big deal, and not enough people are talking about it. Now the display. The Reno 16 packs a 6.32-inch flat OLED panel with 1.5K resolution running at 120 Hz and up to 3,600 nits of local peak brightness. And let me tell you, 6.32 inches is actually a sweet spot right now. Most phones are pushing 6.7, 6.8 inches, which starts to feel like you are carrying a small tablet in your pocket. This one fits comfortably in one hand, fits in your jeans pocket without that awkward bulge, and still gives you a big enough canvas to enjoy content on. The 1.5K resolution means everything looks sharp and detailed. Text is crisp, colors pop. They also have 3,840 Hz high-frequency PWM dimming on here, which reduces eye strain during long sessions, and that is something even some flagship phones skip out on. For daily use, this screen just works beautifully. The chipset story is where things get interesting for the base model. OPPO put the MediaTek Dimensity 8550 Super in here and paired it with LPDDR5X RAM and UFS 3.1 storage. You are getting 12 GB or 16 GB of RAM depending on the variant you pick, and storage options go from 256 GB all the way up to a whopping 1 TB. 1 TB on a phone in this class. That is not something you see every day, and if you are someone who shoots a lot of photos and videos, that storage headroom is genuinely useful. The 8550 Super is built on a 4-nanometer process and delivers solid multi-core performance. This is not a chip for hardcore gaming marathons, but for everyday tasks like social media, streaming, photography, multitasking, productivity. It handles everything with ease. The Geekbench scores that leaked before launch confirmed this, sitting at over 1,600 single-core and over 6,400 multi-core, which are competitive numbers in this tier. Now the cameras. This is where OPPO went absolutely all in, and honestly, it is the most exciting part of the entire package. The Reno 16 base model carries a 200-megapixel main camera using the Samsung ISOCELL HP5 sensor with a 1/1.56-inch sensor size, f1.8 aperture, and optical image stabilization. A 200-megapixel camera on the non-Pro version. That is a headline right there. Then you have a 50-megapixel ultra-wide with a 116-degree field of view and a 50-megapixel periscope telephoto with 3.5x optical zoom and OIS. And on the front, there is a 50-megapixel selfie camera capable of 4K at 60 frames per second video. All 4 cameras shoot 4K video. Think about that for a second. This is a triple 50-megapixel camera system on the standard model, and it is the exact same camera hardware as the Pro. OPPO did not water down the cameras for the cheaper model, and that is a rare and genuinely consumer-friendly decision. The periscope telephoto in particular is impressive because you are getting real optical zoom reach here, not digital crops, not software tricks, actual glass doing actual optical work. Hey, real quick, if you are finding this review useful, drop a like on this video right now. It tells YouTube to push this content to more people and helps out the channel big time. Appreciate you. So the software. Both the Reno 16 and Reno 16 Pro run ColorOS 16 on top of Android 15. And ColorOS 16 has genuinely grown up a lot. It is clean, it is fast, it is packed with AI features that are actually practical. OPPO has this thing called AI Mindspace, which ties into the new Snap Key hardware button on the side of the phone. You tap that button and it captures voice notes, text snippets, images, and organizes everything automatically. It can generate travel itineraries, pull out on-screen content, help you with study notes. It is not a gimmick. It is a genuinely useful daily driver feature. And having a dedicated physical button for AI interaction is something that is becoming more common, but OPPO's implementation here feels polished and well thought out compared to what I have seen on other devices. The battery situation on the base Reno 16 is legitimately outstanding. 6,700 milliamp hours. To put that in perspective, the iPhone 16 Pro Max has around 4,685 milliamp hours. The Galaxy S25 Ultra is sitting around 5,000. This OPPO has 6,700. On an 80W SuperVOOC charger, that battery goes from flat to full in under an hour, which is insane given the capacity. You are looking at 2 full days of moderate to heavy use on a single charge with a screen this efficient. The one area where the base model steps back compared to the Pro is wireless charging. The Pro gets 50W AirVOOC wireless charging, and the base does not have wireless charging at all. That is the trade-off, and it is a legitimate one worth knowing before you buy. But if you are a wired charger person like most of the world, you are not losing anything here. The connectivity package is also genuinely flagship level. You get Wi-Fi 7 support, Bluetooth 5.4, 5G SA and NSA support, and a USB-C port. Wi-Fi 7 on a mid-range phone is a forward-thinking move because even though most people do not have Wi-Fi 7 routers today, you are future-proofing your device for the next 2 to 3 years. That kind of thinking is exactly what separates a good value phone from a great value phone. So who is this phone for, and should you actually buy it? Look, if you are someone who wants the best possible chip and wireless charging and the absolute biggest battery, the Pro is your phone. But if you are like most people who want flagship-level cameras, a compact and comfortable design, monster battery life, clean software, IP69 water resistance, and a price that does not feel like you are taking out a second mortgage, the base Reno 16 is genuinely hard to beat. OPPO has done something smart here. They kept the best hardware where it counts the most, the cameras, and made strategic cuts only where most users will not really feel it. That is good product thinking, and it shows up in the actual user experience. This phone launched in China on May 25, 2026, and global availability, including India, is expected sometime in July. Pricing in India is rumored to start around the 34,000 rupee range for the base storage variant, and honestly, at that price, this thing is an absolute weapon. Keep an eye on the OPPO India page, and I will drop updated pricing information in the description below as soon as official numbers are confirmed. Final verdict, the OPPO Reno 16 base model is a legitimately great phone that deserves way more attention than it is going to get because everyone is going to focus on the Pro. Do not sleep on this one. It is compact, it is beautiful, the cameras are incredible, the battery will outlast your day every single day, and the software experience is polished and getting better with every update. If you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you spending your time here. Do not forget to smash that like button and hit subscribe if you have not already, because we have got a lot more content coming, including a full camera comparison of the Reno 16 against some of its biggest competitors. Hit the bell icon so you do not miss that. See you in the next one.